It is 9 o'clock, so welcome to Daybreak Plus on WGRZ Plus, and we have a weather impact alert day, 3 for 3 this week, but we'll get a break for New Year's Day, right, Kev?
Thank you for your service.
Double red coats.
There you go. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Santa's not the only rotund guy and jolly in a red coat hanging out with you this holiday. Happy to be here for Patrick. You are correct, a weather impact alert, our third day in a row of this. Tomorrow we get a break from these alerts. Today will be the snowiest day of the week across Buffalo and Erie County. Thus, the weather impact alert has been hoisted by me. I'm actually going to backtrack here and show you the timing of the snow. Here's the projection for 11 a.m. and notice how it is centering on the southern half of Erie County. And that is going to be the highest snow totals today. Here's 4 p.m. And the weather impact alert is 100% justified because there will be snow flying during the afternoon commute. Thankfully, not especially windy, winds of 10 to 20 miles per hour. So nowhere near the winds we had Monday, which were destructive, and yesterday, which were certainly troublesome with series of blowing snow. But notice the widespread snow for a few hours. And the lake effect snow, again, mainly for southern Erie County, but then everything sort of tapers off to the southeast. So in terms of snow totals, this is what we're looking at. I'm going to do two different snow maps. And you can see a little darker stripe of darker blue by Hamburg. That is the lake effect snow band. And right along there you go. From Hamburg extending into Attica, the heaviest snows will fall. And let me add it up now. Here you go. Here's an hour past midnight. So the snow totals, and again, do plus or minus for each municipality. So for Pembroke, let's go 4 to 6 inches. For Colden, we'll say 7 to 9 inches today. Now let's take the 3 southern tier counties in Pennsylvania. Here's what you can expect today. Again, give or take an inch. And then I'm going to add on a couple more days because you are going to have more lake effect snow down there Thursday night into Friday. So here is 3 days worth of snow now for again, you see the northern part of Chautauqua County ending up with the most amounts, highest amount, I should say, 2 feet, maybe 2.5 feet at some of the hilltops in Cassadaga, Lilydale, etc. For southern Erie County, 18 inches over the next 3 days or so. So for today, a weather impact alert for Buffalo, 3 to 5 inches of snow, and 8 to 12 between the stadium and Springville in Erie County. A high around 27 degrees. The wind not especially impactful, no pun intended, about 10 to 20 miles per hour. For tomorrow, cold start to 2026. I hope you have a wonderful year. The wind chill will be around 0 tomorrow morning. And then I misspelled effect there. I just see that now. A lake effect snow in the southern tier late night into Friday. I will add an F and give myself an F for spelling. So weather impact alert for today across western New York. And Pete, on Friday, I have some concerns with additional lake effect snow in the southern tier. All
right. Well, we've been warned, and it's going to be just wintry.
Yeah.
I mean, we can handle it. Just be careful out there.
Mm-hmm.
All right, thanks, Kev. And we get a chance to survey some of the damage from those damaging winds early in the week. This is the town of Evans. Some people there told us they went more than 24 hours without power. And because of this damage, look at this. You can see it caused a lot of damage. This is Lakeshore Road that you're looking at there. Crews were there working to remove debris that blocked off traffic for more than 8 hours.
Crews did an amazing job, but we know that this is a week where there's a lot of kids home from school. So now we have to walk our equipment through yards, over fences, around pools maybe. It's a different set of challenges that we have to prepare for and deal with. And these things take time in addition to the trees that are falling in maybe rural type areas.
Power is being restored throughout western New York, and at around 7 o'clock this morning, we had good news. National Grid said they've restored service to about 95% of the customers who are out. And you can stay up to date by downloading the 2 on Your Side app. You can find the latest weather impact alerts, live radar, and the 7-day forecast right there on your phone. Download it for free on the App Store or Google Play. Well, it is now 9:04, and we're just hours away from Buffalo's 2026 New Year's Eve ball drop. The event draws thousands of people down to the Electric Tower every year. We've got a live look, looking very wintry out there this morning. The popular event brings the community together with live music, fireworks, and of course, the iconic ball drop. Daybreak's Natalie Foss has been there this morning live and joins us with a preview.
We met with city officials yesterday, and they say they are prepped and ready for the New Year's Eve celebrations tonight here in Roosevelt Square. Festivities kick off at 10 p.m. tonight with live music by the Strictly Hip and saxophonist Will Holton. The ball will, of course, drop at midnight, and there'll be a fireworks display afterward. Now, normally the city does a test ball drop in the days leading up to New Year's Eve, but this year, due to those high winds we've been experiencing, that was not possible. But yesterday, they were able to light it up and make sure it worked. Buffalo police say that with events like this, safety is key, and they'll be working hard to make sure that this is a fun and safe event for families.
And we work together, we communicate, and we really go all hands on deck, and we talk to each other, we coordinate for weeks leading up to the event, and it's a nice event, and our guys really enjoy it.
It is a family-friendly event. It is so much fun. There's nothing like watching the fireworks in person.
Today, if you're moving around the city of Buffalo, you may want to note that road closures around the Electric Tower will begin as early as 10. So you want to keep that in mind this morning as you are moving around, that at 10 o'clock this morning, those road closures might start and could impact your drive. And police are reminding everybody that if you're planning on having a couple alcoholic beverages tonight to ring in 2026, to make sure you have a plan to get home safely, have a ride or catch the Metro. The NFTA says that the Metro hours will be extended with the last train leaving the city of Buffalo at 2 a.m. On your side at the Electric Tower, Natalie Foss, Channel 2 News.
All right, thank you, Natalie. And by the way, if you want to ring in the new year and watch the ball drop, but you don't want to leave home, don't worry about it. We got you covered. You can watch the Downtown Buffalo Ball Drop live Wednesday night right here on WGRZ Plus, and we will bring you that live from downtown Buffalo. And in our top stories this morning, there are new developments in the case involving Erie County Sheriff's Narcotics Chief DJ Granville. As we've been reporting, he was involved in a series of hit-and-run crashes in a county-owned vehicle in April 2024. A two-on-your-side investigation exposed a cover-up, and now we've learned the officers in charge of responding to the crash have been disciplined. We broke this news last night at 11. The Buffalo Police Benevolent Association confirms Granville's sister-in-law, Detective Sergeant Lucia Esquilin, has reverted back to her old position. She was one of the people who responded to the scene. Other officers involved have agreed to resolutions like conferencing or penalty days. Granville pleaded guilty in August for the 2024 incident and was suspended for 30 days. The department's internal investigation has been wrapped up, but Governor Kathy Hochul has mentioned referring the case to the state attorney general's office for investigation and possible prosecution. New York State Police have a person in custody after what they call a possible shooting in Collins. Troopers say they were called to a home on Edgewood Drive just after 10 o'clock yesterday morning. The area was evacuated out of caution, and we're still waiting to learn whether anyone was hurt in the incident. It is 9:08, and a changing of the guard is on its way for the city of Buffalo. We're taking a live look at City Hall. Sean Ryan and his administration will be taking over the second floor starting the first of the year tomorrow. Ryan is set to become the city's 64th mayor, and as a new chapter begins, another one closes for the mayor-elect. Ryan has officially tendered his resignation from the state Senate as he prepares for his inauguration at noon tomorrow. Ryan tells 2 on Your Side he's not coming into City Hall just to do the same old, same old. He has plans to make a lot of changes very quickly. Ryan also says it was a brutal mistake by past administrations to not raise taxes for so many years. 2 on Your Side's Claudine Ewing did ask the mayor-elect one-on-one about his administration possibly raising taxes.
If you raise taxes and even if you raise fees, for those families who are already struggling, maybe making $40,000 a year, are you taxing them out if they're already struggling? How are they going to be able to afford to stay in the city of Buffalo?
I mean, it's the same question that families have to answer when their cell phone bill goes up, when their cable bill goes up when their heating bills go up. So, we all want a better city of Buffalo, and raises, no matter what kind of raises happen, they're not going to be exorbitant.
And you can watch more of Claudine's interview with the mayor-elect today on Channel 2. Plus, it'll be available right here on WGRZ Plus to stream, download on your TV, watch for free. And don't forget, that's where we will also stream Ryan's inauguration at noon tomorrow, New Year's Day. And today marks the last day in office, of course, for acting mayor Chris Scanlon.
As I prepare to leave office and return to the Common Council, I do so knowing that Buffalo is in a stronger position than it was last October. The next administration will inherit a city with clearer, stabilized finances, a safer city, a more accountable government, record investment at their fingertips, and tools at their disposal to continue that investment.
And Scanlon, as he just mentioned, plans to return to his council seat for the rest of his term. And we will follow his transition. We're also hearing from the mayor-elect Sean Ryan ahead of his inauguration tomorrow. And once again, you can watch Claudine Ewing's interview with him on Channel 2 later today, and then it'll be available on WGRZ Plus to stream. Now stay with us. We're going to take a quick break, but we'll talk Sabres, we'll talk Bills, and we'll talk weather when we come back. All right, welcome back. It is 9:13, and we are getting closer to the last regular season game ever at this version of Highmark Stadium. Bills will be hosting the Jets on Sunday at 4:25. Looking forward to it?
I am. I'll be home. I'm happy that I went to the Bengals game and I saw a win. And I'm happy I'll be watching the game from home.
And a lot of people are going to be watching the receiver corps, and one person in particular, Tyrell Shavers, who continues to define making the most of limited opportunities. The guy has just 15 receptions this year, with over half of them for 10 yards or more.
That's kind of who Shaves is. He kind of makes football plays, and I know he wasn't a big free agent gets, or he wasn't a high draft pick, but he just goes out there and does his job, and he's accountable to the offense, and I think the 10 guys in the huddle with him are so appreciative of him, and he just deserves all the opportunities that he gets.
And Shavers is playing over 50% of the offensive snaps, 6 of the last 7 games, including the last 5. That's largely because of his run blocking ability.
Yeah, he's great. Every time they throw the ball to him, he catches it. I'll tell you that, though.
Yeah, and you don't notice him, and then all of a sudden he's wide open. I think we've got a lot of great role-playing receivers. We just don't have that game breaker.
Right. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we've a lot of second and third receivers out there, but we really need a star. We tried to draft one, but now I think we need to maybe go to that well again.
We saw Andre Reed earlier in the show. You think he'd come out of retirement?
Yeah, why not? I said, there's a lot of the old timers at my age. A lot of the old timers are going to be there this Sunday. Let them play.
Yeah, exactly. Why not?
Rest the starters. Let's see Bruce being Bruce one more time. It's the Jets. I think that the 1990s Bills could beat the current Jets.
Frank Reich drops back and hits a 50-yard bomb to James Lofton.
Or
Don
Lofton. Fantastic.
All right, now switching sides of the ball now. The defense is going to be a unit that the Bills are going to have to rely on, obviously, in the playoffs. And they had a standout showing against the defending Super Bowl champs this past Sunday. But despite the strong performance, defensive coordinator Bobby Babich wants more from his crew.
What we did last week has nothing to do with what we have moving forward. Now, can you take parts of what you just did and hold on to them, and then take other parts and make sure we get these certain things corrected? Absolutely. But this has nothing to do with what we're going to do moving forward. What it does do is it provides us with some things where, hey, look, this is why we're getting the result we got.
And it's kind of fortunate that this game is kind of a meaningless game this Sunday.
Yeah, I think so too.
The Bills' defense is dealing with some injuries. Terrell Bernard already ruled out for at least Sunday's finale.
I know that they're going to be there. It's a sentimental event, and obviously a win is better than a loss. But if they want to rest everybody, the worst-case scenario is they lose, and then they play in New England where they've already gone and won. So I'm okay if they really want to take a knee or punt on first down or whatever they got to do to rest the starters. But, because I would just want to go healthy into the postseason.
Yeah, and the team will be there to say goodbye
right.
to this version of Highmark Stadium. So that's important.
And in another way, the fact that there's not a lot of gravity to this game, I think allows us to really take it all in. You know what I mean? As opposed to I hope this isn't the last game here. It's probably going to be the last game. It doesn't matter that much if they win or lose according to what the postseason is going to be like. So let's savor it, enjoy it. Look, the old timers are here. Let's say goodbye to the old girl. And again, hopefully we win. But if we don't, it's not that stressful.
They should run out onto the field while playing Mr. Brightside.
Oh.
Don't wait till the end. Let's just go.
Oh.
Let's go.
Don't get me going.
All right. And the latest illustration cap of the week. The auction is closed. This past week, Josh wore a cap designed by Nico with the help from Nico, his sister, Lily. Nico needed emergency surgery as a baby, even before he was named. Members of the Oshai Children's Hospital staff came to give him the nickname Mighty Nico because of his resilience. The hat sold for more than $16,000. This is just a great program.
That's neat.
Highlighting the kids who are going through so much and pointing out where the money's going to. It's just a really cool idea.
It's great. It's certainly helped the quarterback, fall in love with the city too. The fact that we have the Patricia Allen Fund, named after his late grandmother, and it's wonderful. We continue to show that Bill's Mafia is more than just smashing tables and having beverages. It's more about getting each other's back, and we circle the wagons metaphorically away from the stadium as well.
Yep, a lot of fun in Bill's Mafia. A lot of fun in the Saberhood lately too, right?
Man, yeah.
And tonight the Sabres are going to have a chance to match a franchise record with the 10th straight win that was last accomplished in 2018. So far, they've won 9 in a row after that 4-2 win in St. Louis on Monday. And the Sabres will be facing off against the Dallas Stars tonight at 8 o'clock down in the heart of Texas. And it's, they're second place in the West. That's going to be a tough game. But the Sabres seem to play better against the stronger teams this year. Maybe they get up for it.
Well, that's true.
I mean, you think about St. Louis is not a strong team. And that first period, I was biting my nails. I mean, the Sabres came out, scored right away within the first 3 minutes, and then just fell flat for the entire period. And you're sitting there going, okay, are the wheels falling off of this one? And then they just kind of shored things up in the second period and dominated. So hopefully they go in and all guns a-blazing, right?
As the guy who's never taken a slap shot on the ice, it appears to me from the Oranges that they're winning in different ways.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Against Boston, they came out and they were hitting everything in sight. They played a really physical, heavy game. This one, they came out and they were strong around the net, but you're right. They're winning in different ways. And, let's face it, we've been watching this team for a long time. This could end at any moment. But right now, we'll enjoy it. And, Biz Nasty on Spittin' Chicklets Sports, the hockey podcast, Paul Bissonnette said, get the bandwagon going. The Sabres are back.
Oh, okay, that's good.
I mean, yeah, you're getting some national buzz too. So it's kind of cool to be a Sabres fan right now.
There's just for the newest generation of Sabres fans. Wait till you see how crazy this city gets. We tailgate in April and May and June. When we have the opportunity to, and man, we are just chomping at the bit to do it, to be like that again.
Yeah, those party in the plazas in the mid 90s and early 90s were just unbelievable.
And just like we circle the Sundays now, we take a look at the playoff schedule and we make plans for it and we get together.
Yep, we circle the Zambonis too. All right, we're going to take a quick break, but we'll have a look at weather coming up next. All right, well, as the Bills get ready to say farewell to Highmark Stadium, we're reflecting on the most memorable moments from the former players and the coaches.
One thing I'll miss the most is Sunday at 1 o'clock, but getting there like around 10 o'clock, 3 hours before a game, and realizing that these fans, these people, these Buffalonians, this is what makes their whole life. And I think when that's imploded and it's made into a parking lot, yes, you take back the games and you take the games and all the good times there and the not so good. But I think one thing that stays is the passion those fans had for going to that stadium every Sunday for those games and supporting their team.
Yeah, and we want to hear your memories.
He
as
was
well.
there.
I was there. I was there. Send us your memories through our app or post them on social media using the hashtag #Beyond2. We'd love to hear your favorite memories from Highmark Stadium, the Ralph Rich Stadium, whatever you want to call it. And it doesn't have to be Bill's memories either. I mean, one of the greatest concerts I ever went to was the Clash opening for The Who back in 1982.
Ooh, cool.
The Who's first farewell tour.
Oh, yeah, I saw Elton John and Billy Joel at Highmark Stadium.
Billy Joel there too. Yeah, some great shows.
How much time? How would you get time for a 30-second story? Okay, goody. Okay, so the comeback game, I was working at Kiss 90. This is a true story. Kiss 98.5. So it's a local top 40 station, and I was working. There was the weekend guy, part-timer, a big, huge Bills fan, and they were getting their butt kicked. So I tried to listen to the game on the Q speaker. You know what I'm talking about? This little speaker. It's not on the air, but a speaker you can listen to in the studio. So I was listening to the AM affiliate, and the Bills were getting their butt kicked. I'm like, you know what? That's fine. That's fine. Now I'm not going to focus. It was 28-3. We had a good run. So, and I'm just going to focus on having a good shift. I'm sure people will be tuning out the game and you know, wanting to be in a good mood. So then the sports guy or the AM guy came in. Hey, you've been listening to the game? Like, what? No, they come back. They're down by like 11. So then I continued to go nuts and just listen to the game and just be distracted. But all right, here's the latest from Men Vogue, Kiss 98.5, and then boom, but just play boom. Oh. All right, there you go. There's Informer from Snow. Kiss will be at Pleasure Dome tonight. We hope to see you there. All right, here's some Luther Vandross. And then and listening to the game. And so when the Bills came back and won, I played the Shout song 4 times in a row on Kiss 98.5.
Very
so
nice.
That's my story, that I was working at Kiss during the comeback game. But Pete was there and stayed till the end.
Stayed till the end. And the only reason we didn't leave at the half is because my wife had gone to get a beer and to visit the ladies' room, and I'm sitting there going,
this is ridiculous.
Let's go.
Yep.
But yeah, and you were at the Oakland game, the big 52-3?
51-3.
51-3.
Yeah.
Was that the freezing game, the Arctic game?
No.
There was one that was.
That was the Scud Stud game. That was like the USA. It was the game broadcast was interrupted by U.S. bombing Iraq. Scud Stud, or is that it? The invasion, the Middle East.
Gulf War I.
Skirmish. Yeah, and so the NBC coverage was interrupted by breaking news right now. Here's what's going on. Anyway, back to the game. Oh, okay. Anyway, so there was 51-3 in the Bills. That was their first Super Bowl, their first AFC championship, and that was the sporting highlight of my life so far. The
playoff game that broke all records for the coldest playoff game since Green Bay. I had the pleasure of standing in the parking lot and covering tailgaters. Didn't even get to see the game. Back to Rochester. I was working in Rochester at the time, but the number of great memories, not only in the stadium but in the parking lot.
Oh, sure.
Just surrounding that. And luckily, it's right across the street. So we're going to be building new memories
right
in the parking lot that we have old memories. Right?
That's funny. That's funny. You're right.
Yeah. So, all right. Now on to New Year's Eve. That's the other thing people are planning for today. Check this out. Crews tested the iconic Times Square ball in New York City yesterday. Now this ball is a little different this year. 5,200 crystals and LED lights. But you see that? It can light up in red, white, and blue.
Well, that's kind of cool.
Why? Because America is celebrating its 250th birthday, and the ball's going to drop twice this year.
It's a good idea.
At midnight tonight, it's going to come down to bring in 2026, but also then it'll be dropped on July 3rd, the night before Independence Day.
Neat. I like it.
Do you have any inkling of being in Times Square?
I've been there.
For New Year's Eve?
I have been there. Yeah, bucket list thing. I was in the crowd for New Year's Eve, and we had a hotel reservations nearby, so if we had to powder our nose or grab a beverage, we'd go up to the room for a little while and go back to our little cordoned off section. We saw the ball drop. We had a great time.
I would rather be in a barrel of bees than be in that many people on New Year's
Oh,
Eve.
yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I love watching it on TV. It's a great tradition, and I love New York City, but that's a little bit much for me.
Yeah, the wide shots, it looks like you're one big giant mass, but when you're there, it's a whole bunch of little cordoned off rectangles, which makes it a little bit easier. But yeah, I know what you're saying, but you're not, at least for me, I wasn't stuck standing in the same spot for 8 hours. I was free to go in and out of my hotel. So if you're going to do it right.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah, that's the
absolutely.
way to do it. Yeah.
All right, so the people that are standing outside tonight in Roosevelt Plaza.
For Buffalo, there is going to be, again, a weather impact alert. You know, if you live between the stadium and Springville, 8 to 12 inches of snow today. Okay, the afternoon commute is going to be snowy. But I think by midnight, the snow will have already passed Buffalo, but Buffalo and the immediate suburbs can expect 3 to 5 inches of snow. So if you don't like driving in the snow, yeah, you're going to be home today. But if you have plans, keep them. Just be aware of snowy roads.
All right, very good. And if you want to stay at home and watch the ball drop, we are going to be streaming it live right here on WGRZ+.
Happy New Year, my friend.
Happy New Year, brother. All right, thanks for joining us for Daybreak Plus on WGRZ+. Have a great New Year's Eve and happy 2026.